Looking through the lens of our own mind creates our own distorted reality. It's 100% for me and for you and for everybody. So we look at the world. There's so much fighting. And today more than ever before, there's more fighting about everything, and everything is politicized. Even things that have nothing to do with politics is politicized. And when it comes to, well, religion or politics, there's just so much fighting and bickering and arguing more than ever before that I've ever seen. It boils down to the fact that all of our views of the world is distorted. Mine and yours. Think about it. What is it? 7-something billion people in the world. We're all looking through our own lens, through our own eyes, through our own mind, and beyond what the eyes can see and the ears can hear. And that's going to be different from person to person. Think about it. We live in the same world, but we all have a different reality inside of this world because we're all looking through our very unique and different lens from one person to the next. So we have a different view, a distorted one. And if somebody by chance believes that theirs is the only correct reality, then that might be the epitome of arrogance. And I think maybe a lot of people feel some of that, like, I know what the truth is. My view of the world and reality is not distorted, it's other people. But that's not true. And I think it was that way on purpose. The great designer knew what he, she, it, whatever was doing. The natural laws that govern the universe, I believe, made us all very different on purpose so that we can add dimensions and add color and add different bits of wisdom to each of us individually. Just put more on the table that we can all benefit from. That kind of differences creates unity when there's maturity. Unfortunately, when there's immaturity, those kinds of differences creates division. So unity promotes... I'm sorry, I'm tongue twisted here. So, maturity promotes unity over our differences, and immaturity exposes our differences and creates more immaturity, I guess. Something like that. So, how do we fix this problem? Well, I think the problem goes beyond just the fact that we have a distorted view, and maybe too many of us think that our view is the only correct view and we know what the reality is, which is totally wrong. But the thing that's behind that is the way that I notice how people fight and people argue almost every time is they're arguing to be right, and to be right is more important. And most people, by far most people, do not want to challenge their own beliefs. The reason why we're so different, other than to bring unity and all these things, but how can we add benefit to each other's lives by being so different? It's by challenging our own beliefs, allowing other people to share with us their points of view, and then think to ourselves, that's interesting. I wonder about my point of view. Maybe I can make my point of view better because this person shared something with me that I didn't think about before. Or maybe I did think about it, but not that way. So now mine's going to be better. Thank you, person that's different than me. I love that. Maybe if we started asking each other questions with a genuine purpose of wanting to understand where they're coming from, instead of making statements about how stupid we think they are and about how distorted we think that their vision of reality is, because ours is distorted too. It really is. Maybe if we approached each other like that, there would be far less fighting. And then maybe the maturity part will take over so that there can be unity. You know that tolerating our differences crap? I don't want to tolerate people that are different than me. I want to celebrate it. Tolerating is so anemic. It's for wusses. It seems like people that can't handle having people say something that might challenge what they believe in. That's for people that have eggshells around them that they put there for other people to step on and crack. It's for people that will crumble like a cracker, I guess, when their blood pressure gets too high because somebody said something that makes them feel uncomfortable because maybe it challenges a belief that they've had all these years. I'm telling you, keep your principles, because 99 out of 100 of us have the same principles and we want the same thing. But our beliefs and how we see the world and how we see reality is different from each other and will always be distorted from one person to the next because it's that way on purpose so that we can add value to each other. But you have to be willing to challenge your own beliefs without compromising your principle, but challenge your own beliefs so that all of us can get better together and form more unity. That's the way it's supposed to be, I believe. That's my opinion. And religion and politics seems to expose our immaturity more than anything else. Otherwise, rational people become so irrational when it comes to politics and religion. And it's so stupid. I would love to be able to have more political and religious conversations from a philosophical approach, driven by heart and desire, sure, and be passionate about it, but without making people feel stupid, because their reality of it all is different than yours, and vice versa. There should be that mutual desire to want to connect with each other and understand each other, and then we could freely talk about whatever politics and religion and be so different from one another and bring each other together that way, because we're going to be celebrating our differences rather than just tolerating it like some weak wussy that can't stand hearing anything that might challenge their beliefs, when challenging their beliefs would actually be a good thing, because then you could get better with your beliefs, and our beliefs drives our actions, and when our actions get better, we can actually improve the quality of our lives. What a concept. Isn't that amazing? So we need to stop fighting to be right, and we need to reprioritize our ego and put it behind humility, so that humility is lifted up, because the prideful will be torn down, the humble is lifted up, so that we can do those things. So we all want the same things fundamentally. We all want things like peace, we want prosperity, we want health, we want healing, we want happiness, we want safety, security, stability, we want financial freedom, we want to make great money, we want to, gosh, what else do we want to do? These are just basic things that 99 out of 100 of us want. 99 out of 100 of us want equal protection under law, equal rights, equal justice under law. We want all of these things. We want to live in peaceful neighborhoods. We want to matter. We want to be significant. We want to love. We want to be loved. All of us want these things. But how we see those things is different, and it's distorted from one person to the next for the purpose of being able to challenge each other's beliefs in a healthy way that makes all of us better and drives different behaviors, which improves all of our lives together. Everybody wins from that. And if it becomes a popular enough of a way to behave and treat one another who are different than us, then, if that were to become popular, because enough people do it, therefore it becomes popular, then the whole world benefits. And even in other countries and just around the globe, 7.5 billion people or so. We got to find a better way to get along. And I think this is it, just this message in this video. So if you feel like this video could help some people out, it's a message you want to share, perpetuate into the world. Multinational companies, a lot of them, they profit by managing people's bickering, people's fighting. A lot of multinational corporations, not all of them, but a lot of them, profit by managing things like poverty and sickness and arguing and bickering and fighting. So if you want to rail against that nonsense, how these kinds of companies are making their money, and just for the benefit of all mankind, that we all benefit together, you want to challenge the status quo of the way that things are now, please share this video, man. This video is not about me. It's just, I guess I'm a messenger of sorts. So it's just a great message. If you want this message to get out there, to challenge the status quo of things right now, so that there can be more harmony with our differences. If we were all the same, there could be no harmony. It's differences that create harmony when there's maturity. Share this, pass it along and share it. And if you want to see more stuff that I've got, my name is Tom Birkenmeier, so I bought a domain name, tombirkenmeier.com. Take out the space, the spelling as you see it on my social media, tombirkenmeier.com. I've got thousands of blogs and videos and all kinds of stuff to do with health, healing, happiness, freedom, all the, the things that 99 out of 100 of us actually want. I got thousands of content about all those things. So cherry pick whatever you want and share whatever you like that you think could benefit mankind and humanity, right? Take care, everyone. I'll be making another video very soon. Bye for now. Mwah.